All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about something we haven't talked about in a little bit, and that is Kabrutus's website called DEI Detected. Now, you guys know that this particular website is basically the higher version or the upgraded version of what the Steam page was, right? So you got Sweet Baby Inc. Detected at over 400,000 followers on Steam, and this particular website was supposed to take it to the next level. Now, apparently, there's a story going around, and it's not just Smash JT talking about this, but Google has shadow banned DEIdetected.com. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, apparently if you try to search up DEIdetected.com in Google, it does not come up at all. Google has completely shadow banned this particular account, and whether that's true or not, we're going to get into it in this article. But I got to be honest with you, not too shocking if this is actually true, because let's be real. What is Google, right? Google suppresses information all the time. Google, as a search platform, will always give you the, I guess, the suppressed version of whatever you're trying to look up. Very rarely are you ever going to be able to get the full amount of information, and it'll always be tailored to one particular way. So let's get into this article, guys, from SmashJT.com. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. It says, friend of the channel, Kabrutus, a lifelong gamer passionate about making a positive impact on the gaming community, recently launched a website to have full control over content that delves into the inclusion of diversity, equity, and inclusion in video games. The site DEI Detected informs consumers about games influenced by DEI ideologies during development and spotlight DEI-free games that align with traditional gaming values without attempting to re-educate or influence perspectives. With a strong team and a growing following, Kabrutus plans on expanding the site's coverage to other media forms like movies and series, ensuring a broad and impactful reach, but things have taken a turn thanks to big tech. Now, I will say that Kabrutus has been doing an amazing job, considering that he is somebody who is just one man, right? The guy is just a normal guy who happened to get spun up in all this stuff. He wanted to make a Steam page that was going to make it easier for people to get the information that they were looking for, because the one thing the gaming industry does not like is transparency, ladies and gentlemen. Transparency is literally the one thing that is like their kryptonite. If they have to be transparent over what they're doing during the development process, they're not going to be very happy. So when customers are informed, they're able to make a little bit of a better decision. And that's the only reason why Sweet Baby Inc. Detected even became a page on Steam in the first place. Kabrutus saw it upon himself to say, you know what? At least I can inform others that, hey, this game, this company, this DEI consultancy company that is not good for gaming, that they're all they do is literally just ruin games that they work on. I mean, if you look at their list of companies that they worked with, half of them have lost so much money to the point where they had to fire people, and some of these companies have closed down after working with Sweet Baby Inc. So it is clearly a parasite that is not going anywhere anytime soon, and I don't think it's bad that somebody wants to take it upon themselves to inform others that this company is actively involved with XYZ game. The only people that would deem this as a bad thing are people that are trying to hide things, right? I never saw it in any other industry that when somebody talks about your company and gives you free press, that you think that's a bad thing, right? The only time that ever happens is in a situation like this, where you know you're doing something that people aren't going to like, and you don't want them to know about it. So it says, searching for DEI Detected on Google yields no results for the website DEIdetected.com, a stark contrast to its visibility on other search engines like DuckDuckGo and Bing, where the site is easily accessible. This now raises serious concerns about Google's search neutrality and its potential role in censoring online content. Well, I gotta be honest with you, Smash. I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but Google is absolutely not about neutrality. Google has been censoring things on their search platform for the longest time, and they've been doing it so hard, especially, and I will remind you, especially especially since we are in an election year. During an election year, Google is performing mass censorship. That is just a fact. They do it on YouTube as well. They do it on all of their platforms, and they will continue to do it until the election is over. So anything and everything that could possibly be deemed any sort of right-wing, alt-right, whatever kind of content, they're going to censor it because it goes against what is important to them, right? Obviously, they want Democrats to win. They want left-wing policies to be in place. They want all of that stuff to be there because that's where their money is. That's where they have invested their time and money and effort into ensuring that Democrats stay in power. That's just the fucking truth, man. The sudden invisibility of DEIdetected.com on Google is alarming for several reasons. First, it suggests a selective filtration mechanism that isn't publicly disclosed or understood. Well, we already know that. We already know that they do that. That's what they do. Google absolutely has a filtration system. Almost every search engine has a filtration mechanism that actively works 24/7 around the clock, that is AI controlled, that is trying to find a way to make sure that the content that is presented when you search something is beneficial to Google in some way, shape, or form, right? They don't want to give you all the information. They only want to give you what's beneficial to Google, whether in the short term or the long term. So it's not shocking, okay? Like, again, none of this is shocking. While Google has often been at the center of discussions regarding search engine biases and the manipulation of search results to favor or suppress certain types of content, this instance is particularly questionable as it directly impacts the discoverability of a specific website without any clear explanation or transparency. And honestly, don't expect to get any, because just like what happened with Google's AI, remember when Google's AI was hardcore left-wing? The only way that's going to happen is if it was programmed to do so, right? These are the same people that are programming the AI that controls the search algorithms. So of course it's going to be biased. Of course it's going to be heavily towards left-wing politics or left-wing oriented content. Of course it is. They're going to just give you enough to make it seem like it's not, but ultimately we know that based off history, based off facts that we have seen with Google, that it is going to constantly be in that direction, and it's not going to change. What's troubling here, again, is that Google's criteria for indexing websites. If a site that previously appeared in search results suddenly disappears, what changed? And more importantly, why? Google's algorithms are notoriously complex, making it difficult for the average user to understand why certain content is filtered out. This lack of transparency is problematic, not just from a technical standpoint, but from a democratic perspective as well. The internet is often hailed as a free and open platform where information should be accessible to everyone. When a major gatekeeper like Google appears to selectively block access to a site, it contradicts this principle entirely. There is no recourse or explanation provided to users about why the content is no longer available. This unilateral decision-making process leaves users in the dark, creating distrust in Google's so-called commitment to providing an unbiased and comprehensive search service. Again, it's not about like unbiased. They are absolutely going to be biased, right? That's the entire nature of Google. That's the entire nature of most search algorithms. Even DuckDuckGo, which used to be praised for being a open-ended search algorithm, is now being hardcore suppressed as well, because I remember people specifically complaining about this a little bit over a year ago, and it's continuing to just get worse. So unfortunately, DuckDuckGo is not what it used to be either. It's only a matter of time before it goes the same way of Google as well. It's just Google is the most popular search platform. Google and YouTube are the top two search platforms in the entire world. So there is no doubt about it that they are going to give you the most biased point of view every chance that they get, and do not expect otherwise from a company like Google. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.